Plays to the point. Instead, he works his way back free. Granlund fires, score!
Hello and welcome to the Puck Chops Here podcast. I'm your host, John Crawford, along with my brother, Howie.
Really?
Who, what? Here for episode
Preview.
number 2 of season 5. And in our first episode, Howie, we did our predictions for the Atlantic Division. And we had some interesting differences last week. So we'll see how it goes this week as we do the Metropolitan Division. So how has your week been, Howie? I know you have some problems with your feet.
Yeah, we won't discuss that, though.
No, we won't discuss that. But you were having problems with your feet, and
yeah,
that's okay.
so they're still going through their thing. I got to go in next week again for that and get that taken care of. But I just got a text now. It's what about 11 a.m. Central Time. I just got a text from my oldest son. He and his girlfriend, wife, significant other, whatever they are. They still don't know what's going on. But I guess they're currently, well, I guess they went into the hospital last night, and sometime here soon I'm going to be granddad. I'm getting old.
Oh, boy. Well, congratulations to you, and congratulations to our producer,
So,
our man in the street in Seattle. What?
Yeah, so my next episode I'll probably be bald.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, our man in the street in Seattle. Yeah, so right now there's no one out there watching for that Mayflower truck to pull up.
Uh-oh. They could sneak right on
So
in.
that's right. They could sneak in there before the season opens
That's right.
and become the Seattle Coyotes for this season.
That's right.
It could happen.
It could happen. Well, we've actually got teams that are there's games going on. I don't know if you want to call them. I guess they're like scrimmage games, really, right?
I don't know if you even want to call them that. I mean, because most of them are all just the rookies, walk-ons, and
Right. Which I meant to ask you. Well, I meant to send you
in the minor system still.
Right. But yeah, but at least they're gearing up. They're ready to play. It's good to see it back. But I meant to.
Practices have officially started.
I meant to send you an article that I got a hold of yesterday.
I think I know which one it is. Is it with the Kings?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
okay.
like, why'd they do that now? I would have done that way back.
Yeah. So they had they put out
on my Pilex.
Right. That's right. They put out an article taking walk-ons on to looking for a backup goaltender. So
for the emergency goaltender.
Yeah, the emergency goaltender.
The way, I guess you'd look at a way of getting free season seats.
Yeah. But how cool would that have been?
I would have shown up in the old underwear strap bucket mask. My 50-pound wooden blocker.
Yeah. And your leg pads were just kind of tied on with twine and
with twine rope.
Awesome, man. Those were the days. Those are the days.
They would have been like, you want new equipment? No, 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 no. I'm using my equipment.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be my equipment, man.
Yep. I might repaint my bucket, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah. Get the team colors. Yeah. Get some of that model paint and.
Yeah. Maybe get a fresh underwear strap
Yeah.
to hold it up. But that's where I draw the line.
That's right. The other one's kind of dry rotted,
Yeah. Oh, I wish we had pictures of that stuff. Man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those were the days, man. But that's when hockey was hockey, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It was real hockey. We were playing real hockey then. You know? Doesn't get any better than that.
Homemade equipment.
That's right. Okay. Let's jump into. Oh, do you have any hockey news, Howie? Other than
other than the Kings tryouts, no, I don't actually.
I don't either. I want to jump into our predictions for the Metropolitan Division because I am very curious to see where you put a few of these teams. And we're gonna start with you this time since I started last time, I believe.
Okay.
Okay. That's a good plan. Okay. So for your number 8 team, Howie, in the Metropolitan Division, who are you putting in there?
To occupy the cellar in the Atlantic this year, I'm sticking with who occupied it. I believe last year, and that was New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. That was your pick last year, or no? It was not your pick last year.
No, but they
I know that, but that was not your pick last year. Last year you picked Carolina.
Yeah.
I also have chosen New Jersey to take this cellar, which I did choose last year. I did choose New Jersey. So yeah, I'm going with New Jersey. There's not much to be said about them. They really haven't done anything to improve, I don't think.
Right.
They did lose Camarelli and Smith Pelly, which doesn't help them, and they haven't really added really any value that I can see. As far as goaltending goes, they got Corey Schneider, but that's all they really have. They don't really have any proven backup to Schneider. But
right.
Yeah. Number 8. That's how. Let me put this in here for you. Okay, my number 7, Howie, which took a big fall for me this year because I was so excited about them the last couple years. And they were really enjoyable to watch, but I don't think that they have done anything to help themselves. They really didn't add anything, nor did they really lose much when they just kind of stayed the same. But I think that's going to hurt them in the season. Mm-hmm. And I have chosen as my number 7 the New York Islanders.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, my what would that be? My number 5, 6, and 7, basically. All three of these are pretty much interchangeable anyway. I think these three teams are going to be 1-2 points apart from each other.
Yeah, I believe that too for my 5, 6, and 7.
So this could end up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But for my number 7, I went with Carolina. They did make a lot of improvements, and I think they're on the right track now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to take at least this 1 year for them to basically mesh, figure each other out, figure out exactly what the system is they're going to use, and go from there. But I think from this point right now, with what they're doing, they're on an uphill climb. They're in the right direction, I think.
Yeah, not a bad choice. Okay, you're number 6, Howie.
My number 6, again, my 5, 6, 7 are going to be really tight, and I went with Philadelphia. I didn't think they made too many changes. They made some changing in the goaltending.
Yep, which I think that
it was more or less it was what they lost is what they got, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
I can agree with that.
Pretty much going to stay as they are.
All right. My number 6. I'm right there with you. I picked Philadelphia. I agree with you. They really didn't make an improvement at goaltending. I think nor did they hurt themselves. I think they stayed about the same. They did lose Braden Shen, which I think was a kind of significant loss for them. And didn't really replace him. So they really haven't done anything to improve. And I think last year I had them at 4. So I see them dropping down a couple slots this year, and they will be at number 6. You had Philadelphia also, and you had Philadelphia in the same place as you did last year. All right, my number 5, which is this 5, 6, and 7 thing that could happen, which could be very interchangeable for me. I picked Carolina here. I think they made the improvements. Last year I picked them at number 7. So this year I have them moving up a couple slots to number 5. I think they've made enough changes to maybe help them in the standings a little bit. Of course, I don't see them going to the playoffs. But with Philadelphia and the Islanders making those moves to move them down in the standings, I think just below Carolina, I think Carolina has improved a lot compared to those.
Yeah.
So that's where I have them.
Okay.
So you're number 5.
No, my number 4 now. 1, 2, 3. We're number 4.
No, we're at number 5, son.
No, because 5, 6, 7 we're at 4.
Well,
no, it is. My number 5.
Yeah, you're number 5. That was my number 5.
That's why.
Yeah.
My number 5, which is the same basically grouping of your 5, 6, and 7. My number 5, I have the Islanders.
Okay.
So that rounds out my little 5, 6, 7 grouping, who's interchangeable, which are the same as yours.
Right.
Islanders.
5, 6, 7. Yeah. Just a little bit different. Okay. All right. So now we go into the top 4. Howie, who do you have at number 4?
This where it can get interesting now.
Yeah, I think it does from here on to the top. It can get really interesting.
My number 4, I think this team made a lot of changes during the offseason. Not for the better. I think they're going to feel that hit this year for what they've lost. Grant, it's going to be tight with the 1 through 4 slot, but I think at number 4, I'm picking the Capitals.
Yep. Not bad. I my top 4 can be like this. Also, I did not choose Washington in this slot though. Although it could be very, very close with this team that I put in this slot, my number 3 slot. They did make a lot of changes defensively. And adding, a lot of defense. They did get rid of Ranta and Girardi and Perry. But they added some guys too that I like Shattenkirk on defense. Like, which I would love to have him. I like him. But I have my number 4 team as the New York Rangers.
I can see that. I can see that. So now we move into the top 3.
Yeah.
The locks.
The locks.
The locks.
Yeah.
The playoffs. Yeah. These top 3 are locks to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we're at your number 3.
My number 3. I have my number 3 as the team that made all those moves.
Okay.
So last year I had them at number 1. This year I have them at number 3. And making the playoffs, the Washington Caps.
Okay. My number 3 is your number 4.
Ah.
I have the New York Rangers.
There you go. The Strangers.
The Men in Blue.
The Men in Blue.
Now it'll get interesting here too as well, I think.
Yeah.
My number 2, I still think they're to me they're overrated.
I know who it is. Let me just write them down.
Okay. To me, they're just overrated. They're good, granted. I give them that.
Okay.
And yeah, they've won 5 cups now. But I still think they're overrated. But I have Pittsburgh at number 2.
Right. And not a bad choice. They're just good, Howie. They're just good. My number 2 is Columbus. But my 1 and 2, I think it's going to be really tight between these two.
I agree. I think it will be. I think it will be. I think they're going to be going back and forth all year in the standings.
Probably. And just whoever has that last kick at the end is going to win the division.
Yep.
Yep. And I think it could be either one of these.
It could be 1-2 where it's going to come down to that season series to see who wins that division. It could end up being a tiebreaker based on their season series.
Right. I think too that if whichever one of these teams wins the division, we'll get the President's Cup for that conference.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree.
I will take it that far that one of these two teams, whoever wins this division, will win the President's Cup.
I would agree with that.
So you obviously have Columbus as your number one, and I obviously have Pittsburgh.
Correct. Yeah, I think these two teams are going to be the two main powerhouses in the league this year.
I think so too. So there we go. We've done the Metropolitan Division, and this one's a little bit closer than the last one we just did. So
yeah, just some minor little differences, and that's about it.
So I have New Jersey at number 8, and you also have New Jersey. I think that's a lock.
Yeah, that one's a lock.
Yeah. And then at number 7, I have the Islanders, and you have the Canes. At number 6, we both have Philadelphia. At number 5, I've got Carolina, and you've got the Islanders. At number 4, I've got the Rangers, and you've got the Caps. At number 3, I've got the Caps, and you've got the Rangers. At number 2, I've got Columbus, and you've got Pittsburgh. And then at number 1, I have Pittsburgh, and you've got Columbus. So pretty close. And
yeah.
I think we kind of agree on most of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's wrap it up here, Howie. Next week, we're going to move over into the West, and we will be doing the Central Division, which we were just talking about.
Yeah, I think both the picks for the Central and the Pacific will be interesting to compare.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Even the Pacific, I think there's going to be a lot of changes going on in that division.
Well, especially since the Yotes will be sneaking into Seattle.
Right. That's right.
Right.
So yeah, I think those two divisions will be interesting to see.
Yep. And we inch ever closer to the beginning of the season. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right, so with that, Howie, we want to just thank everybody for listening and watching our podcast. You go over to www.thepuckdropshere.com and you can find our past and present podcasts. Hey, if you go to any of the games this year, though, you need to go over to our, what's the name of that page? Well, it's where we post all our photos. There's people going to. It's charts page, I think.
Yes,
it's charts page. And we'll post your photo of you at the game. So
just be sure you get the Center Ice logo behind you.
Yeah, we want the Center Ice logo. It'd be great to have every arena in the league represented. That would be pretty cool. But if you only have minor league teams around you, that's good too. Like me, I don't, I'd have to go all the way up to DC or down to Carolina. Get an NHL logo down there. So let's see, what else?
I can figure out what games I want to go to this year. I don't know if they're going to have oven mitts again this year or not.
Oh yeah, maybe aprons. You got to, or the hat.
Ooh.
The hat.
Ooh, Minnesota Wild chef hat. I'd like that.
Yeah. I don't understand what the oven mitt was about. What?
I don't know, but I use it all the time.
Check us out on Facebook. Send us a like there. We're over on Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest. And we will be back here next week with the Central Division. Don't miss it. And we bid you all adieu.
Bye, neighbor.